Hello survivors, and welcome to another Walking Dead Road to Survival video. And in this video I'm really excited to tell you there is going to be some Telltale characters coming to the Gold Mythic era. We have seen some small teasers over the last couple of weeks and even months if you've really spotted some. But we have got a Telltale Allegiance badge here, as you can see, and that does mean there's going to be an allegiance of Telltale characters. There's no thorough information on how in-depth that's going to be. I know I'm going to get a lot of questions, whether there's going to be a Mythic Trial or whether it's just going to be, a handful of characters, events. We're going to have to wait and see for the really specific information. But in this video, I've been given some images of Telltale Clementine and what she's roughly going to look like when she comes into the game, and this could get you kind of excited. If you haven't played RTS for a long time, or you're someone who does and loves the Telltale characters, now's the time to really gear up and be ready for the Telltale Allegiance to come into the game for sure. And when I say a few months ago, I mean this image right here. You can see it has been used as the background for the blog for quite a while, I think since Christmas. And you can see there is a Clementine image on the left-hand side. It is quite hard to identify what, season Clementine this is. You're kind of having to guess. The assumption here is that she is holding Lee's hand, but you never know. I think most people would probably guess that it was Lee's hand. Now, if I did just isolate this image, you can see that it is going to be Clementine holding someone's hands and just looking at them. It's pretty much as simple as that. You can sort of see some gear that she's got. It looks like she's maybe got a grenade on her left-hand side. And she's got a jacket, but it isn't a jacket I recognize from her wearing. It has got a hood. But I did manage to get this image in color, so it does break it down a little bit better. And here we have it, and that is definitely Lee now. It's Lee wearing exactly what Lee was wearing in the game itself. And you can see the jacket that she's wearing is very different, but there are some things that look recognizable. Like she's wearing a red hoodie, and then she's wearing, you can see a frayed dress, but underneath it is like jeans. She has got a jacket on. If I zoom in on this image, you can see the bag she's got has got grenades in as well. So she's geared out for sure, but we can't really identify what season character this is. I know she's holding Lee's hand, so that would potentially narrow it down to what season. But as you know through the storyline, she's always basically got Lee in her corner no matter what. So this could be her just reminiscing. We don't know the situation here. However, this tier image here, as you can see, it's a tier upgrade of the new Gold Mythic Clementine. And you can see the jacket she's wearing off base is the red hoodie from Season 1. You can also see that frayed dress a bit better. And it is definitely going to be the same dress that she had in Season 1 as well. So it looks a lot like the Season 1 version of Clementine, just quite a bit more visually upgraded. And you can see from Tier 1, she gets the bottle, then it progressively breaks and gets sharper. She gets more stickers as she gets upgraded. And then if I zoom in on the fully upgraded version, you can see quite a lot of little things in this art rendition here. And it's going to be very interesting to see how this obviously finishes up. It could potentially change a little bit here and there, but this looks really cool. I like the pistol tucked in, and also the stickers, the smiley faces or unsmiley faces as it may be. Highly flammable, lots of grenades, and this is, like I said, just looking like a more air quotes cooler version of a Clementine we've had in the past. If everyone just takes themselves back to the 4-star version of Clementine, some of you may have her in your roster. I fortunately did at 2 tiers. I did have it unleveled and leveled. If you have it unleveled 4-star Clementine, she looks like the Clementine on the left. If you fully max her out, she looks like the Clementine on the right. And you can see it's just like an advanced version of the Clementine on the right, just more geared up, better weapon, but the same sort of timeline in terms of where the game was at. Now it's interesting to see that the hair of the character of the 4-star Clementine, the original is non-tied back, and then the maxed is tied back, and then obviously the new version is also tied back. This is obviously from a scene where she gets a haircut, she gets her hair tied back because those walkers can get a hold of it. That was one of the key lessons that Lee did obviously give to Clementine, just to keep her hair tied back, make sure she couldn't get grabbed. And this is really cool that they're kind of keeping this, even though it's very small things, keeping it in line with the storyline that we already know. Now, I have got another piece of art as well, and this would be from what would be the story roadmaps. One of the versions of Clementine, you get the facial reactions, you would also get the text on the screen. If we compare this to the in-game version of Clementine, you can see it's very much the Season 1 Clementine. Now, like, if anyone had any thoughts that it wasn't, it definitely is. She does look a little bit older on the left-hand side, but if it is her, you know, progressing and getting more armor and more gear and stuff, I guess she would be a little bit older as time went on, and that's just kind of how it goes. Obviously, it's going to be slightly different. In-game is going to be just a 2D image in RTS, but I always think they do a great job with these visuals on the stories. And if you don't know how the story roadmap works, basically, like, it would pop up with Clementine here, and then it also pop up just saying who it is, and then it could say something like, keep on surviving, as you see on the screen. I made this just for a bit of fun, and I think this is the kind of thing we're going to see in the future with the story roadmap. Now, what other characters are coming, we'll have to wait and see, but it definitely looks like there's going to be a full-on allegiance of characters. Whether it'll be one with a Mythic Trial, like I said in the intro of the video, we'll have to wait and see. But if we compare it to NWO, which just ended, we did have 5 released characters. 1 was an event character in Jackie, 1 was a Battle Pass character in Gentleman, and then 3 were premiere characters. Telltale could follow the same sort of line, where it's an event character, Battle Pass, and 3 premieres, and then that would probably happen if they were to do a Mythic Trial. Now, who would be the Mythic Trial? Would it be Clementine? Would it be another character? If this is Season 1 Clementine, would the other characters be Season 1 too? There are so many different characters that potentially could come out into the Season 1. You know, I think there's more than 6. So could we see more than 6 characters? I think initially we probably wouldn't if it was a Mythic Trial, but over a long period of time, we could see some of those other characters come in as well. We'll have to wait and see. But I just thought I'd share this with you. I think this is really cool. I'm obviously really excited that Telltale is going to be coming to the game. And if you have any thoughts on what kind of characters you want to see from Telltale Season 1 come into the Telltale Allegiance, let me know in the comments down below, guys. Like I said, I'm very excited. Telltale is definitely the reason I play RTS. When I originally came to download the game, it was being promoted on the App Store saying you can get Clementine in game night, and I was like, oh damn, there's a game with Clementine in it, and that's why I started playing. I know some other people probably have a similar story. They got into even The Walking Dead. Myself even got into the full Walking Dead franchise because of Telltale. So it's close to a lot of our hearts. Let's see what these characters are going to end up being like. From the sneak peek information here on Clementine, it does definitely look like she's going to be a fast character with a special weapon. So we'll have to stay tuned to see how that's going to pan out. That is the end of my video, guys. And as Clementine says, keep on surviving, guys. Keep on surviving.